Welcome to day 6 of the PivotMe Productivity Challenge. Today we are identifying what is most important on that to-do list of yours. So we need to start with the premise that everything on your to-do list is not weighted equally. So we've talked a little bit about that before, but we have to really go after the things that matter the most. But how do we figure out what matters the most? The solution to that is clarity. We have to get clear on what success looks like, define what success looks like. And that applies here. That also applies in everything else. When you're having conversations, when you're going after a task, when you're doing a project with your team, always define what success looks like. And to do that, we have to begin with the end in mind. Well, a lot of people don't have clarity on where they're headed. They just have a bunch of tasks. So we want to start, I don't want you just to be a soldier of your to-do list. I don't want you to get focused on just checking things off. You may have come here to check more things off your to-do list, but as you'll see through this 7-day challenge, as you're seeing, it's not just about getting more done. It's about getting more of the right things done and ignoring all the other fluff. So to do this, I want you to be results oriented, not task oriented. And that can be a shift for many of us. So how do we do that? First, we've got to get clarity on where we're headed. And we get that clarity by leaning out into the future a little bit. So I want you to think about your life, your business, your health, your relationships from the perspective of 3 years down the road. So that's very different than just standing where we are today and looking ahead at our to-do list and going, okay, X, Y, and Z needs to be done. No. We need to go 3 years out. So visualize 3 years out from now and define what success looks like in 3 years. And then we need to work backwards on what tasks need to happen this week, what results need to be achieved this week to get us to that 3-year mark. So a lot of our ideas, a lot of our tasks, a lot of the things that are on your to-do list right now don't need to get done. It is more important what you have said no to. It is a lot of those things need to be left on the cutting room floor. And that's hard, but it's very necessary to be a high performer. Keith Cunningham, I love his comment about this where he says entrepreneurs, I would argue that most people in general, but entrepreneurs die more of indigestion than starvation. We take so much in. We think, oh, this is a great opportunity. This is a great product we need to develop. This is a great market we need to explore. And we try to do it all, and then we fail because we didn't keep the most important things, the biggest needle movers first. We didn't prioritize that. So again, we're leaning out in the future 3 years. We're imagining our business and our life and our health and our relationships, defining what success looks like, getting clarity on that. And then we're really just reverse engineering success. So I want you to be cognizant that today you're not focused on just the day-to-day activities, because the things on your to-do list now, they can't just be about maintaining your current life and your current business. There needs to be feathered in there. You have got to force it in there that pieces of your day are focused on the investment of your future business and your future self. It's not just maintaining this, because if this ain't good enough in 3 years from now, then you've got to do the different things. You've got to focus on the big needle movers on your to-do list, the results that we need to change your reality from 3 years from now, or change the reality that you're going to experience 3 years from now. So what are we doing? Real quick, actually, let me define. So a task might simply be responding to someone else's email. That's a task. And we don't want to be just task oriented. Results oriented might be you sent over 3 proposals for that new client, or you've got 3 prototypes over for the new product that you're developing. Now that's a result, and that's different than a task. Now, do emails need to be responded to sometimes? Yes. Do tasks, menial tasks, need to be handled sometimes? They sure do. They sure do. But don't kid yourself that that's getting a result. A result gets you a result. A task is just something you've just checked off. So we want to define the two. So the challenge is leaning out into the future 3 years from now, defining what success looks like 3 years from now, and then pull back and figure out what you need to do this week to enjoy that success 3 years from now. Get clarity and tie yourself to the results, not just the tasks. Join us tomorrow for our last day of the 7-day challenge, where I'm going to be answering the questions that you've sent over. There are some really great questions, very practical questions on what we're doing today to be more productive. So we're going to be sharing those tomorrow. If you haven't already, be sure to get your free worksheet, download that, and you can follow along with us each day. But that doesn't only have to be done today. You can use that next week. You can use that the following week to be more productive. Have a great day. Have a productive day.